Steve, I'll start, if I may, be asking about Ralph Hassenhuttl, given the news that he's left Southampton now. Nearly 4 years there. As a manager, and from your point of view, does it almost get more difficult? I mean, you always call for patience, don't you, in your job, but does it get more difficult in a way the longer you're in one job?
Maybe. I guess there's always context to a manager and doing his job. It's obviously sad to see any fellow manager lose his job, which is obviously the case at Southampton, but I don't know Ralph personally, and obviously we didn't come up against him so far this season, but I do have a lot of respect and admiration for the job he's done at Southampton. You know, staying in the league, if you like, playing young players, good style of football. I think there's a lot to be there's a lot of respect there from me for that. So wish him well. Like I said, don't know him personally, but wish him well, and I'm sure when the dust settles, he'll be proud of the job he's done.
And in the last few minutes, Luton have confirmed they've given permission for Nathan Jones to talk to Southampton about the vacancy. How encouraging is it from your point of view? These talented coaches, managers from the EFL on the shortlist of clubs.
Yeah, well, I can't comment too much on any person, and I won't really either, because it's not my business. But yeah, you always hope that there's opportunity for young coaches, and maybe in our sense British coaches as well, because that's where we're based and developed, and I think there has been that over the last few years, definitely in all of the leagues, and then it's about trying to take opportunity, like when you give players chances as well. So but in the end, then you're always judged by the job that you do, and that sort of takes you as far as you want to go. So I'm not sure what the next steps are at any club, but you know, if young British coaches are getting jobs around the country, then for me that's a positive.
On your club then, there was obviously that altercation on the pitch between the groundsman and the member of the Brentford coaching team at the weekend. I know after the game you didn't want to comment, but has there been any update? Have the FA been in touch with the club, do you know?
I don't know, and I've also been asked by the club just to stick to football matters, and anything that is deemed to be commented on will come from a higher place than me on that. So I'm only focused on the football. I'm aware that something went on, obviously, and there was an internal investigation, but the ins and outs of that I'm not too privy to, and like I said, just commenting on the football.
Well, on the football side then, were you surprised by what the Brentford manager had to say after the game?
Which was?
Talking about the altercation, obviously trying to pin the blame, the situation on the...
Well, like I said, I'm not too aware of that, and I will only make comment on what I'm asked to make comment on from the club, and at the moment there is nothing to say apart from anything you ask me about the football.
I've got to ask you about one of your players then, Morgan Gibbs-White. Obviously the language he used after the game in that particular interview, the word cheated in specifically, suggestion that that's going to draw the eyes of the FA. What was your view on what he said after the game?
I was really pleased with Morgan's performance on the weekend. I thought he was the best player on the pitch personally, and obviously it was great for him to get his first goal and like I said, play as well as he did. In terms of the comments after, again, I haven't really got any comments to make about that, and any conversations I have with players will remain private. My only feeling at the moment with Morgan was how well he played in the game, and hopefully that's the start of a few more goals now, because I know how hard he's been working to try and get that. He's been getting the assists, but he wanted to get the goal, and like I said, that's where my work is with him.
Is there still a sense of frustration at the way the game went at the weekend, given the decisions that went both for and against your side?
Yeah, I think obviously the penalty decisions, the VAR decisions, I can only repeat what I said after the game, was just not consistent through the game in terms of the one that was given against us, and the ones we didn't get, and then obviously you see some of the incidents in the other games. So you know, that sort of probably adds to the frustration to everybody involved at our club in terms of the way the weekend goes. So yeah, definitely it went against us for sure, as I said after the game. But I also got to focus on the 2 goals that we conceded. You know, I've also got to focus on the fact that we should have been 2 or 3-0 up first half with how well that we played. So you know, if I just sit here and talk about being hard done by some decisions, then, you know, I don't think that's the right sort of message to the players, because we're not in a great position, obviously, in the league. And, you know, I don't want excuses and I don't want blame. I want us to be looking at ourselves on how we can do better and what we're in control of. The stuff out of our control, hopefully, over the course of time, it evens itself out. But, and again, I repeat, you know, we had bad luck on the weekend on that front. But I've still got to look at the process of the performance, and some bits that we did really, really well, but obviously some bits that you know we're disappointed with ourselves as well. Primarily the two goals that we conceded. So yeah, there was lots to take in, as it is from every game. But I just don't want to be that guy in the position we're in that comes and moans about, you know, decisions that went against us, when we've got to make sure that we do our bit as well as we can in the first place, you know, and that's the only way we're going to improve, you know, because the situation is the situation. I think over the last maybe month or so, I think we've made some positive steps, not nowhere near where we want to be, of course, but we've definitely made some positive steps. So we've got to just focus on trying to improve even more. And if I give you too much airtime talking about decisions, then I don't think that's the right thing for the club.
Well, looking ahead then, it is the Cup against Tottenham. I mean, it's an already busy schedule. How do you look at this game? We understand it's going to be a sellout. Is it a game you could do without, or is it one you're looking forward to?
No, we're looking forward to it. You know, it's a game at home, and I've said before, you know, if we're obviously in the process of trying to become something that can compete at the level that we play in, and the club the size of the club that we are. So to do that, you can't just you turn it on and off, you know, whenever you want. You've got to try and have the right mentality, have the right spirit, have the right attitude, commit to the plan, commit to the style of play, the way we train, and take each game as it comes. So just that it's a cup game. For me, it's at the moment the most important game, because it's the next one, and it's it's a game that we want to do well in, and we're really looking forward to it, because I see it as a real good opportunity of not just getting through to the next round, but to making a forward step in like as I said, becoming who we want to become, and we're really looking forward to it.
Antonio Conte's style has been given a bit of criticism over the last 24 hours, 48 hours or so. I mean, as a manager, do you ever get affected by whether your teams are perceived to be playing too negatively?
Well, I've got to say, you know, for what Antonio Conte's done in the game in terms of what he's won, then there's only a huge amount of respect for what he's done in the game. I think at the level that not just even at in the Championship last year, I think most managers and clubs can say that they have an identity in a way, and I think that's the modern way now. You know, coaching is such a profession now. That hopefully, when you get to the level like this, that you're very clear on how you want to go about your work. And okay, we've had to do a bit of adapting this year because of the situation of how we got promoted, and then putting the squad together. And I think that's part of coaching as well, is trying to recognise what might be the best thing for the moment in time. But in the end, you want the team to reflect what you really believe in, and it's harder to do than just to say. Don't get me wrong, but that's what we all aim to do. So yeah, we're no different. I'm quite good at not listening too much to the outside, and stick to what I believe in, and try and make the decisions from the right place. And like us all, we sort of live and die by that. And but in the end, I think you've got to stick to what you believe in, and hopefully see how far it takes you.